Alright, we are getting ready to go see a little movie. Hey, it's a guy that can fly. Man of Steel. Should be interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm a little hyped for this. A little to think, almost a year ago, we saw one of the very first trailers during The Dark Knight Rises. And being such a huge Batman and Robin fan, I'm eagerly anticipating this movie. I hope this is the movie that we've been wanting. Some people didn't care for Superman Returns. I liked it, but I'm hoping this is the movie that's really going to launch 1,000 DC ships and gives the Avengers and Marvel a run for its money. I am so stoked for the Man of Steel. Wife and I are getting ready to head out soon. I think I can hear her back there getting ready. So let's go see. And even my cat, she's meowing too. She wants to go see, but she can't. Oh, sorry, kitty. So we're gonna here, right there. Okay, so anyway, she can't go. We're going to go see Man of Steel, and I'll have some thoughts after the film is over. So excited. Superman. Here we go. Oh yeah, we just got home from seeing the Man of Steel. I don't even know what to say or where to begin. It's probably going to take until tomorrow to do a actual proper little tag to this, as I'm looking in the viewfinder here. Amazing. Wow is the only word I can think to say. This is how you do a Superman movie. See, I'm even a loss for words right here. It's been a long night. It's been a fun, fantastic night. The wife and I had a great time seeing The Man of Steel for the Walmart exclusive premiere on this fine Thursday evening. It's now 11 o'clock. Of course, we did the whole Taco Bell thing after we watched the movie, so kind of want to give my initial reactions right here, and all I can say is wow. Just a great movie. Go see it. There'll be another little tag here tomorrow once I can get some more intelligent things to say. But I kind of want to give my first initial reactions, and again, all I can say is wow. I'll be more in probably just a few seconds. So looks like I'm tired. I am. So hopefully tomorrow will be bright and sunshiny, and I'll have some more things to say. So we'll see in probably just a second, but to me it'll be tomorrow. Anyway, wow. All right, we're back, or I guess you've been watching from the beginning of this video. It is now, I had a chance to sleep. It's the next day. It's actually Friday. The release, so I guess for the rest of the world to see the Man of Steel. Here's our movie tickets from Walmart last night. Some people over in the UK actually got a chance to see it first, and because, you know, time differences and all that type of stuff. But last night at 7 o'clock was the Walmart world premiere of Man of Steel. And like you saw just a few seconds ago in my two little parts there, one, you know, me getting ready to go to the theater, and one, you know, being back home. We tried to film something in the car, but my wife was getting a little car sick. She's like, okay, I can't film it, so I'm not even going to upload that portion of it, because she was just like the drunk monkey, like, ugh. I'm trying to ramble here a little bit, because the movie is still resonating within me. This is something we got at the movie theater last night, this Man of Steel cup. I don't know if this is for cups around the world, this type of artwork. We saw it at Carmike Cinemas. Carmike 12 is our cinema. Really kind of cool cup. My wife got one of these and I got one of these. So there's a little QR thing to scan here that you can you know, do some stuff with. So I actually read the back of this cup. I didn't read it before. It says Coke Zero, blah blah blah. Who is Superman? Krypton identity, Kal-El, an alien immigrant from the planet Krypton. Civilian identity, Clark Kent, raised on a farm in Smallville, Kansas by Jonathan and Martha Kent. Enjoy no boundaries. That's Coke Zero. So that's the only other really thing that's on this cup. Got this at the movie theater. I think for everybody going to the movie theater, regardless if you go see Star Trek or The Hangover 3 or whatever it might be, if you get a large drink, you get this Cup, I believe, unless it was only just for last night. I guess we'd have to go back to the theater and see it again, which I would definitely like to do. This isn't going to be an in-depth analysis and all that type of stuff, pulling from my Who Reviews the Reviewer time. I think those reviews are all well and good, but the movie is just out. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this. This is just my general overall feeling of the movie. There's not going to be any spoilers whatsoever. Although there will, I'm going to say one minor spoiler, and it's not a spoiler, so don't be like, oh, Rob, don't do that. Some people had been wondering if there are any bonus scenes or anything at the end of the credits. No, there is not. A good friend, Stu Murray 47, said he took one for the team and stayed through the whole 15 minutes of the credits or whatever it was, and to see nothing. There was talk that Batman, Bruce Wayne, or Christian Bale may make an appearance in the Dark Knight, in the Man of Steel. Doesn't happen. So that's the only spoiler thing I'm going to give. I'm glad that he doesn't. Keep those three movies the way they are. Hopefully this sets up the new DC universe. We get a new Batman. I'm ready for a new Batman. I don't want him all in black anymore. Do him like Arkham City or Arkham Origins. New 52-ish. Get him out of the black. So anyway, the Man of Steel, my Mattel figure here. Seeing this movie just makes me love this figure just a little bit more. Not that I thought it was a horrible figure to begin with, but I did really like the figure. And it makes me really like Superman even more. Don't listen to anything that the critics are saying. It's kind of funny doing a YouTube channel that's doing reviews, and some people are like, hey Rob, what do you think about this figure? Or what about this? Or, you know, we watch other people's reviews and base whether we buy something or don't buy something off somebody else's recommendation. And now I'm going to say, don't listen to what some of these critics are saying. Some are saying, at least from the very first night, from the actual premiere, like in Los Angeles, they were saying, oh, there's too much action. Really? You just complained about the 2004, the Superman didn't throw a punch. That there was no emotion to that Superman, and it was too love story centered. And now people are saying there's not enough romance, or maybe it should have been more like the Donner movies. Like, well, wait a minute, you said in the 2004 that you didn't want there to be a connection to the Donner films anymore. Do its own thing. Sometimes I think critics are just critics, and they're looking through the telescope so fine that they're trying to pull something to write a review. I walked out of the theater last night, and I even texted this and tweeted this last night on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, that I came out of the theater feeling like a kid again. That I wanted to go to my mom and dad's house and get a long red towel or tablecloth, tie around my neck, and believe that I could fly. That is literally how I felt in this movie the whole entire time. Were there some things in it that I was like, nah, I could have done without that, or oh, I wish I would have done that. I think you can do that anywhere, as my cat's making herself known. You need to be quiet. As unprofessional as that is. But hey, this is just us talking here. It made me believe that I could soar, that I felt like the feeling like I would want to fly, and that's not trying to be corny or anything like that. This movie did what I wanted it to do for Superman, at least in my opinion. It brought Superman back forward. It made it relevant. I think Superman fans can finally go, we have a Superman movie, a modern Superman movie. As great as the Christopher Reeves movies were, or then some of them kind of started going downhill a little bit. It's still Superman. A crappy Superman is better than no Superman sometimes, although some people may not, agree. I'm one of those. I still like the Brendan Routh Superman. I still watch that from time to time. I can find enjoyment in that. I think you can find enjoyment in anything, but looking at the Brendan Routh movie and now the Man of Steel, there is no comparison between the two. They are completely two entirely different films with different feels, and it was great. That's the only thing I could say. Go to your theater and go check it out and base the opinion for yourself. Don't listen to me, don't listen to 15 other people on the internet, or 50, or read all the reviews. Go see it because it's something that you want to go see, and I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. I told somebody on Facebook, I was like, if you're disappointed, then there's something wrong with you. This summer, I thought, well, it's going to be a really good summer for the movies. We got Iron Man 3, we've got Star Trek, Hangover 3, we've got The Man of Steel, and there's G.I. Joe coming out. There's going to be all these hopefully great movies. I didn't get a chance to see G.I. Joe yet. That's probably going to be a runner. Star Trek Into Darkness, we still haven't made it to the theater yet. I'd really like to see that. But I have seen Iron Man 3 and The Hangover. And Iron Man 3 was just kind of like, it was good. The Avengers was up here, and then Iron Man 3 is kind of floating somewhere down below. The bar for the Avengers was set so high that I think any Marvel movie that was going to come out was probably obviously not going to do as good as the Avengers is going to do. But I felt a little underwhelmed with Iron Man 3. I guess I was wanting something more out of it. I kind of left the theater. Me and my wife and I and another couple that we went with, we were kind of like, oh, it was good, Almost kind of like sounds we were talking ourselves into it. Not that we walked out and went, oh, the movie sucked, I hated it. But, we just kind of talked through some points that we liked. Hangover 3 was kind of the same way for us. We were like, it was good, it was funny. The first one was great. The second one was okay. The third one was kind of better than 2. And we were driving to the theater last night, and my wife's like, are you excited for Superman? And I was like, being such a Robin and Batman fan, I am completely excited, almost more so than The Dark Knight Rises. It's almost a year ago I was in the theater for Dark Knight Rises and was excited the movie was, starting, and couldn't wait for it. I think I was more excited for The Man of Steel than I was for one of the main characters that I love so much. And I think it was just because I really want this to be good. I want this to open up the world for DC, that we get a Justice League movie, that we can dream about a Wonder Woman movie, a Flash movie, an Aquaman movie. I think that would be so great. There were, a couple scenes of Superman in and around water. I thought, oh man, wouldn't that be great if Aquaman came up out of the water? We saw a humanoid swim underwater, so it didn't happen, but all that type of stuff. My expectations were so high. I was like, I think DC's and people are in general that Marvel set the bar so high, and with Batman's right in and around up here a little bit, and Superman just really kind of floundering below. I thought this needs to be the one that rockets and soars and opens up this DC world for people, that we get to see, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman. We've had a Green Lantern movie. I still liked the movie. Yes, it probably could have been a million times better, but we're not talking about Green Lantern. But sitting in the theater and just waiting. The movie was at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. We got there at 6. We had an hour to kill. They'll open up the theater door so people could go in, sit down, and the theater slowly started filling up, and you could see people coming in Superman t-shirts or Justice League t-shirts or whatever it was, and people would go, hey, nice shirt. Somebody pointed to me and go, hey, nice shirt or whatever. It wasn't this one. But I think everybody was there for that common thing. It's Superman, the granddaddy of all superheroes, and it was amazing. There were little jokes here and there. Somebody said, there wasn't a lot of humor. I think people are kind of looking at like Iron Man as joke, 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 joke. You know, it doesn't always have to be, okay, we got to fit a joke in here somewhere. Every, 20 minutes, we need a joke, we need to punch something. Superman doesn't need that. There were a few little things here or there that would make you chuckle, or somebody would say something, but Superman took itself serious. Not so serious that you're like, I haven't laughed in 20 minutes. I need to laugh. Didn't even think that. The Christopher Reeves movie, I'm probably going to get the year wrong, it's 78 or 79, somebody can correct me, where the ads were, you'll believe a man could fly. This one, it's going to sound cheesy and corny, I believed that I could fly, or that I would want to fly. You'll believe a man can soar. And the flying, to me, is like nothing you've ever seen before. It was just at breakneck speed, and seeing Superman just fly and soar through the air, and that billowing cape was just fan-friggin-tastic. I'm gushing all over this movie, and somebody may go out and see it and go, Rob, the movie's a piece of crap. I don't think that's going to happen. But this is my opinion on the movie, and I would say mine alone. My wife has thought that way. Other people that I've seen that were at the Walmart premiere, we were walking out with a bunch of people, and all we could say, which you saw a little bit ago, is me go, wow, some guy said, finally, Superman has been done justice, and buries the Brandon Routh movie, 70 feet under the ground. And people would say, Superman Returns, Superman didn't throw a punch. There's not only punches thrown in this movie, there is downright pummeling in this movie. There is heat vision, there is all type of stuff that we really haven't seen in a Superman movie. And to see Henry Cavill come out that very first time in the Superman costume, it's just amazing to go, that is Superman. And Christopher Reeves has held this high standard of who and what Superman is in films, because he's been the only one. But I gotta say, like, Henry Cavill is going to rival Christopher Reeves, God rest his soul, as the Superman, the Superman for the next generation. I was thinking that Superman Returns was supposed to have been that. It wasn't. It was a placeholder. The movie is what it is, or was what it was. But this, for me, made me believe in Superman again. Not that I haven't not believed in Superman, but Superman has been in the top 5 of my favorite heroes. He just moved a lot higher in my ranking just from this film. Today, after I'm done filming this and getting it uploaded on YouTube, I go to my local comic book store, and the first issue of Superman Unchained, written by Scott Snyder, who has done a knockout job on the Batman books, Court of Owls, Death of the Family, and he's getting ready to start Zero Year, is with the superstar artist Jim Lee. So this is going to be a new Superman comic that comes out, the week that Superman, or the Man of Steel, comes out. So I was kind of underwhelmed by the normal Superman title and Grant Morrison's Action Comics, which is okay, but I think this one's going to be really, really good. So I think Superman, all the planets are finally aligning in for Superman. And this isn't a review of the film. That maybe somebody's like, I want to know your thoughts. These are my thoughts, and I can't even utter sentences together right now with just how blown away I was by this. This is how I wanted to come out of the theater for Iron Man and Hangover. This is the feeling I want to have when I see Star Trek, which some people say, it's good, but this is going to become one of my new favorite movies, that I want to own this thing on Blu-ray. I want to go to the theater again. A friend of mine hasn't seen it yet. I told him, I will go. I'll go with all my friends. Individually, not all together, because I want to see it that many times. I'm totally excited for this movie. You're probably watching this video going, Rob, you're rambling. I really feel that way. If you just go to the theater, you don't have to say, go with an open mind. You don't even have to go with an open mind. Go in and say, all right, wow me. Knock me out of my seat. We got up, people were clapping in the theater. I don't know if that happened to anybody else. At the end of the film, it's the excitement for people. I could hear people behind us as they were coming out going, "Can we see it again? Let's go see it again." And there were people that said they were going back at the midnight showing because Walmart had the exclusive at 7, and then it wasn't until midnight, till the official release date, that they were going to start showing it in, you know, more than just 2 theaters. They had 2 3D theaters. They had 4, 2 3D theaters and 2 2D theaters. We saw it in 2D. I don't regret seeing it in 2D at all. I wondered what it would have been like in 3D, but to me 3D is kind of, I don't need to feel like I'm dodging stuff. To me, even the 2D movie made it feel like it's a 3D movie. And I know this video is probably going on long here, but I'm trying not to say, there's things I want to talk about the movie, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to be a spoiler. The internet is just full of people wanting to spoil things, or you'll be like, well, I'll read a little bit of this. Don't. The only thing I will tell you, there are a couple little tips to the hat to other DC characters that you may miss if you're not paying attention. You do see, you've probably seen it in the trailer, but pay attention to when Superman and General Zod and everybody are fighting, getting thrown into buildings and things like this. Some of the buildings say things of key DC characters, so be watching out for those. And one that's really quick that I did know that was there ahead of time. Superman gets thrown up into outer space and crashes into a satellite. I believe it's Superman. He crashes into a satellite. You got to be really quick because you see the satellite in frame, and then you'll see Superman. Maybe it's General Zod. Anyway, I believe it's Superman. I gets thrown into the satellite. You have to look really, really quick, but it says a very prominent name of another DC hero on the satellite. You could probably figure out who it is, but that was a nice yes. We now have a confirmed shared universe, just in this character's name mentioned, or not mentioned, but you know, kind of seen. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. I don't know if I've done justice to my thoughts on the film. I love it. I am totally satisfied. If I don't see another movie all summer, I have seen the movie of the summer. I don't care what comes out. The new Hobbit trailer played ahead of time, and my wife was like, "Oh, that's good. We need to go see that." Once the movie starts and we got out, we were trying to think, well, what else was playing? And it wasn't until we almost got home of the other trailers that we might want to see. She's like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Hobbit movie." Superman was that good that we were like, well, there's some other movies we want to go see. So I'm done rambling here. I'm just kind of speechless. I was blown away that I wanted to. When you want to go into something, you go, I want to be shocked, I want to be awed, I want to be awestruck. I was, and this is coming from, as a lot of you guys know, a huge Robin and Batman fan, and you know, I'm so stoked for Batman Origins, and I came out of this movie going, yeah, I am a Superman fan. And there's just something majestic about Superman, that he is the apple pie, all-American, you know, hero. You could put Captain America here, but I think Superman just goes this much higher as being the icon for, you know, America, not even America, but just the world. Is definitely why he is the granddaddy of all superheroes. And where do I think this ranked with the Avengers? I think in building and total destruction of a city, the Man of Steel wins hands down. There's a lot of destruction in this movie, but the Avengers was such a high mark, and I thought, wow, the Avengers is up here. I guess we'll do it like this. Man of Steel, I can't even stretch that high. That is how much I loved this film. So I'm just rambling here. This is probably going to be an interesting video to watch and edit and put these pieces together. Somebody may go, "Rob, you're really full of yourself." go see the movie. You'll understand what I'm talking about. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogue signing off saying we will see you guys next time.